Ghostbusters is directed by Paul Feig, stars Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, and Chris Hemsworth, and is a reboot of the original 1984 Ghostbusters film. Now, this is a spoiler-free review, so don't worry, no spoilers are going to be given away here. Now, the basic premise of the film is that after some sightings of ghosts around New York, 4 ladies band together to form the Ghostbusters. You've got 2 paranormal experts, played by Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. You've got an engineer played by Kate McKinnon, and you've got a subway worker played by Leslie Jones. They have their assistant and their receptionist played by Chris Hemsworth. These guys form the Ghostbusters as someone is trying to make a portal that's going to unleash some ghosts upon New York. Seriously, poor New York. New York is always getting shit on by monsters and portals and big ugly green clouds, and yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was dreading seeing this film. I've never seen so much backlash from a trailer before. Like, those poor women, all the shit that they copped when that trailer was released, the very first trailer. I've never seen so many dislikes. And I'm not gonna lie, it made me dread to watch this film, and it made me dread to do this review. And I can safely say, after watching this film, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, first off, I just want to talk about the negative, get that out of the way. I'm talking about the positive. Now, the negative was the storyline. It is the same basic storyline that is in nearly every reboot. It's weird. It's Spider-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, now Ghostbusters. Something is happening in New York, a big cloud forms, something is unleashed, an invasion, and then the rebooted characters have to stop it. I'm sick and tired of seeing that. I want to see something new and original. Yes, they're trying to reboot this franchise, but you got to take into consideration that you're starting fresh. It's a new take. So for God's sakes, have a new story. Second gripe of the film, how stupid Chris Hemsworth's character was. Chris Hemsworth plays Kevin the receptionist. He keeps his Australian accent, so he's an Australian character, which was kind of cool. It was nice to hear an Australian accent, but his character was so stupid. The guy wears glasses, and when he has something in his eye, he rubs his eye like that straight through his glasses, and there's an explanation why, and it was just fucking stupid. Majority of the stuff that Hemsworth puts out with his dialogue was very funny, and I'm hoping it was improvised, because Hemsworth is really onto it with improv comedy. He could really go far with his comedy. Like, he doesn't seem like the type, you know, you see him as Thor, the action man, but if that was his doing in terms of improv, the guy nailed it. But other than that, he was a good addition to the team. It was a nice role reversal. Instead of a female receptionist, you've got him. He was quite funny. I was giggling a lot at the lines that he was dropping. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. I think Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, and Katie McKinnon worked so well together. Their chemistry was absolutely amazing. I thought this was going to be an awkward film. I thought they were going to mesh awkwardly on screen, but my god, their chemistry and dialogue together was just perfect. It was so natural. They were funny. These are 4 very funny women. And it wasn't one of those things where I was forcing laughter, like, it was more like like just some of the most immature stuff that they were saying. I was giggling like a schoolgirl. So I was so happy to see that, because I was worried that they weren't going to work well on screen. But these 4 women, they nailed it. They were very good. It was a nice change, and they were funny. Secondly, the visual effects. Now, this is a Ghostbusters film, so the ghosts aren't going to be anatomically correct and absolutely bone-chillingly frightening. They're going to have some sort of goofy, cartoonish elements to them. And I love the visual effects. I love the blue glow, the green glows. They all worked well. Even though they do look goofy towards the end, the detail that's been put into these renders of the CGI was absolutely terrific, and it blended well with the practical. The soundtrack is fantastic. The remastered Ghostbusters theme, which was also done by Ray Parker Jr., who did the original, was terrific. It was so good to hear it in that Dolby Atmos surround sound. It was fucking epic. You got the showdown at the end in Times Square, and that was just brilliant. It's goofy, it's cartoony. You've got to go in with the mindset of having fun with this film. Don't judge it because it's a remake. Don't judge it because it's an all-female cast, and also you're a dickhead if you do. But it's just good, goofy fun. That's the best way to describe it. It's goofy fun. Like, I was giggling, like the immature in me came out, even though it comes out every day. Now, there are cameos in this film. I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to say what they're doing, but the cameos in this film are very well done. They're very sweet. Some tug at the heartstrings, especially at the beginning of the film and the end credits. You're like, oh. So guys, overall, I enjoyed the Ghostbusters film. The 4 women worked perfectly together on screen. I love Katie McKinnon's character. She was just so weird and out there, and something I have never seen in terms of quirkiness on screen before. Like, she was just so out there and all over the place. Like, she's doing little voices, and she's nuts, absolutely nuts. But it was so good to see. She's kind of her own woman, you know? She holds herself, even though she can be silly at times, she is a badass. So like I mentioned before, guys, go into this film with an open mind, go have fun with it. I was pleasantly surprised with it. The casting was great, even though Chris Hemsworth is an absolute dumbass. He's still very funny. The visual effects are amazing. The story could have been done so much more better. Instead of just recycling the same story they do with every remake, it seems. Nonetheless, I'm not going to let that deter from this film. Even though it does bring it down a couple of notches, I'm going to give Ghostbusters 3.5 geeks out of 5. And we also get Slimer. Slimer's back and he's fucking hilarious. Even though he doesn't get much screen time, it was good that they threw Slimer in there. It was just well done. So guys, the Ghostbusters remake, it is finally here. If you have seen it, please drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I understand if you guys didn't enjoy it at all, but like I said, go in with an open mind, have fun with it. It's goofy, silly fun. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you guys are well. Be safe, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.